Hello everyone and welcome into the Rancho. Rosie Murphy here and our bi-weekly eco-investment update. And as you can see, we're getting ready for Christmas. Got our Christmas tree up here. And in addition, I've also finished the restoration of the 1960 Motorola 21-tube stereo console from 1960. It sounds wonderful. If you have any interest in vintage high fidelity and audio, especially some of the early stereo things from the early 1960s, I encourage you to go to the Rosie O'Kelly channel and check it out. In addition, I've also had the video up about that decorating and a little video about the tree. So, well, let's get down to business. Italy had their referendum on reconstituting their government, and the referendum, the reorganization, was voted down by the population, by the populace of Italy, with the effect that we now have an additional force of destabilization in the European equation. Before we had just the Brexit, of course, the UK deciding to exit the Eurozone for all intents and purposes and want to go their own way. Well, England is big enough to do that and important enough to get away with that. But when it comes to Italy, we have a country that's very much operates at the behest. It's almost like a Greece now. It operates to a large measure at the same beck and call of the international lending community as, say, a Greece or a Spain. So it's very difficult when uncertainty comes in. Markets hate uncertainty, and the problem we have with this additional vote on the referendum of reconstituting the government in Italy is, as I said, we have that additional destabilization. What takes its place now? The leader stepped down of that nation. We're going to have elections again, and it's probably going to be a recurring theme as people get aggravated by the lack of progress and things in these European nations. The instability grows, and as a result, the euro's hitting lower and lower levels. We're almost getting back to parity again, 1-to-1 with the U.S. dollar. So we want to keep an eye on that. Now, the converse of that is that as things in Europe become cheaper to purchase from overseas and for people to go tour Europe, our exports become more expensive here in this country. There's a lot of headwinds now starting to build it up, and I'm awful concerned when I look out there in the market now. And yes, I've been trimming positions aggressively again. I've taken full advantage of this Trump rally here, but I tell you what, I can't find anybody with something bad to say about the market at all, and that's a very worrisome sign to me. Before the Trump rally, remember, everybody's on pins and needles about the Hillary and the threat of Trump winning, and boy, how the tables have turned here. The point I want to make to you is when everybody's rushing over to one side of the boat, I feel awful uncomfortable and I feel like I'm tipping off balance. I want to be uber careful in here. I've mentioned one stock that I talked about before, Camping World. I've taken some profit on that at about $28 for a real nice 30% short-term return on that particular stock. But I've trimmed back a lot on positions. The airlines have done great. The banks have done phenomenal. I say trim back. I'm keeping, of course, some of my positions there, but let's not be crazy here. This rally was unprecedented in its strength and its duration, taking us above the 19,000 level. We had an employment report that came out on Friday, and on first blush, everybody wants to put the good spin on it. 170,000 new jobs created. Well, 170,000 new jobs created isn't really a good figure. Of course, they'll tell you that the headline rate, 4.6% unemployment rate, is great, the lowest since the recession began. But the realistic aspect of it is we've got more and more people dropping out of the labor force here because, well, they're either unwilling to work at the wages being offered or they're just plain discouraged about what's out there. So let's be careful here. Let's be careful. Let's not put too bullish a spin on everything. Okay, so be cautious. even interest rates have started to back off a little bit too, in recognition that, well, maybe things aren't as hot and heavy as we think they are. Plus, there's some fear. Donald Trump comes out and he president-elect and roils the Chinese market with the talk of the currency and things like. We've got a lot of plates spinning in the air right now. Let's make sure they don't all smash down and crash on us. Okay. Be cautious, okay? You still want to be out of interest rate things and lightening up on them on any kind of rallies, but be very careful about instituting new stock positions, at least in my opinion. Be careful, okay? I might be the lone wolf, out there. It won't be the first time ever in my career. Have a wonderful day, and see you in a week or two, okay? Thanks. Don't forget, check out the Rosie O'Kelly channel. Check our decorations and the Motorola, 1960 Motorola. Thanks for being along, and I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll have a beautiful Christmas season. Thanks so much for watching.